guys, welcome back. If you're new to my channel or simply not yet subscribed, my name is Brittany. I focus on all things mythological, paranormal, and spooky. So definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed and like that video for me. So we're going to dive into Ammit today. It's crazy because I started getting really, like, I was always into the paranormal. Like, I saw things, I heard things, I had my own encounters all growing up. And I believed in fairies, I believed in mermaids, I believed in all these things, but I didn't start getting into mythology until 6th grade. I started getting into Egyptian mythology specifically. And I wasn't really allowed to go outside, so I would just spend hours upon hours just researching. I had these books that talked about embalming, and I loved it. So, but Egyptian mythology is super interesting. So we're actually going to be talking a little bit about that today. Now, there are over 2,000 deities that make up the Egyptian pantheon. Yeah, it's a lot. But Ammit is the most feared out of all of them. She is an underworld demoness who is known to devour souls of those who are deemed unkind, unpure, and unworthy. So not a creature you want to meet. Those souls never make it to the afterlife because, well, Ammit eats them. She's said to have the head of a crocodile, a torso of a lioness or leopard, and the lower body and hind legs of a hippo. Now, all of those animals are super dangerous animals, I'm sure, as you are aware. Hippos kill more than tigers, lions, and bears. They kill more people than tigers, lions, and bears combined. They are very territorial, and a lot of times people don't notice them because they blend so much into their surroundings. They're just a little bit of their head will stick up above the water. It was one of the fiercest, again, most feared creatures to the ancient Egyptians. He would stand next to the gods Osiris and Thoth by the scale of truth. Now, if you guys don't know what the scale of truth is, it is a scale, and your heart would be weighed against a feather. Either about the same as the feather, or you want your heart to be lighter than the feather. If it's heavier, that's not good. Soul, so the individual, will then recite the negative confession, which is a list of 42 sins that somebody should never commit in their lifetime. And then if the heart is heavier, the soul is deemed unworthy, and Ammit devours the soul. There are different reports about what happens to the soul after Ammit devours them. There's the soul completely vanishes and ceases to exist, cast in the lake of fire, or it would die a second time by being cursed to a state of restlessness for eternity. So kind of like purgatory, almost. The gods understood we're human, we make mistakes. So they didn't expect the feather to be here and the heart to be here. They thought it'd be a little bit more even. So you were able to mess up. You just had to be more good than you were bad. There's several spells or amulets that one could use to kind of heighten their chances of succeeding, passing the test. Each person would be given the chance to defend their actions for being condemned. Heart scare would encourage them encourage the heart not to speak out against itself. Like if you have a guilty conscience, it won't be like I feel guilty a lot even in times that I shouldn't. Jeff and I went to a restaurant and I just didn't like what I ordered, so I didn't eat it. The waitress came over and she asked if I wanted something else, and I was like, no, like, it's okay, it's not the restaurant, it's just my personal preference. It's not that the food that the restaurant did anything wrong or the chef did anything wrong or anything there, but I was profusely apologizing and she was apologizing and it was a mess. So the negative confession allowed the individual to defend themselves by talking about all of the evil actions that they had not taken. So basically like, yeah, I might have done this, but I didn't do this. Ammit's name usually translates to devourer, but she has also been known as Bone Eater. Some have linked her to the hippopotamus goddess Briere. They share physical similarities, and they would both fight against evil. Some versions, Ammit lives by the scales of justice. However, other versions, she lives by the lake of fire. So in this version, if you were guilty, you would be thrown into the lake. She did not devour souls, but she protected the lake. So kind of like Cerberus in Greek mythology, he protected, so the souls would not get out of the underworld, and so that's kind of what she would do in this instance. There were times she was known to take human form. She was not considered a goddess, and she was not worshipped. However, she was highly revered, and her image was often used to ward off evil. It was incredibly important for someone's journey in the afterlife. The heart was referred to as and was thought to have developed from one singular drop of blood from the mother's heart during conception. It held every human emotion, dreams, will, and every aspiration. The Egyptians, it was a vital part of the soul. The underworld did not play favorites. It didn't matter how much money you had on earth. It didn't matter if you were a pharaoh. It didn't matter if you slept in the gutter. You had an equal chance, and it really solely determined, like, it was just about who you were on earth. It's a really nice concept because everybody was, it was just a fair across the board. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys want me to do other mythological gods and goddesses, or demonesses, or monsters and stuff. I love mythology. Always have. Maybe monsters. Maybe trees. If you guys haven't heard yet, Sebastian has his own channel. Yep, it's called Sebastian's Cosmos. So Sebastian's universe. Right? It's Sebastian's universe, and we're just living in it. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, go over and check it out. There are a few videos up on there already. And make sure you subscribe to that as well. If you're not subscribed to this channel, go hit that subscribe button along with the like button. You okay?
Yeah.
And until next time, we love you guys.
We like you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You can't see you. Say bye.
Bye. We got
Okay, you have to go like that.